Hey guys, Ben from MySportsStop here with Richie Donnell. Our scouting report today is on yet another Alabama Crimson Tide. Tim Williams.
Yeah, this guy, he disappointed me a little bit at the Combine. Was expecting a bigger day out of him. But all it really says is that he's not the athlete we thought, but this dude can still play football.
Oh, for sure.
He's a really, really good football player. 9 sacks as a senior, 27.5 tackles for loss over the past 2 seasons. This guy, he's not the athlete that we're seeing move from the defensive end to outside linebacker position. This guy is a prototypical 3-4 outside linebacker.
Right, and you talk about the Combine. In a Combine where almost all the tweeners showed up, had huge performances. Tim Williams, not so much. But still, I agree with you. He's just a guy that's he's gonna show up on tape.
Yes, he is.
And he's gonna make a lot of plays. Now he did. I mean, the question is always with Alabama guys. He had a ton of players to work with on defense. Is that gonna hurt him?
Yeah. Well, one of the things that you look for when you look for an edge rusher, you have to look at the power to speed and speed to power when they are rushing against the bigger, leaner, more athletic offensive linemen that we're starting to see today. And that's one of his best attributes, his ability to do that,
for sure.
which creates the ability to get to the quarterback. When I look at him, I see somebody similar to Clay Matthews, who just plays with that relentless aggression, that chip on his shoulder, that nobody ever gave me a chance mentality. And I see a lot of that in Tim Williams. Clay Matthews, obviously still a really, really good athlete, but just his ability to get after it is what I see with Tim Williams. Maybe wasn't the athlete that we thought he was, but like I said, still a really, really good football player who gets after it.
Yeah, and for my comparison, I have Bud Dupree with the Steelers. Unlike Matthews, who can maybe switch between outside and inside, Dupree is solely a 3-4 outside linebacker, and that's how he was scouted when he entered the draft. Tim Williams is the same way. I don't think anybody's going to be asking him to play defensive end or inside linebacker or anything like that. He's a 3-4 outside for sure. And with Dupree, his rookie year, it took him a lot of time to kind of get used to playing in an NFL-style defense. With Tim Williams, he had the advantage of playing at Alabama, who runs similarly to an NFL 3-4. But it's still possible that we might see him take a year and a half to kind of develop.
Yeah, and find it's all about finding your groove and what scheme you fit in, and a lot, what we don't look at is, where a player ends up. We call players steals and busts. But really it ultimately just ends up to where you're getting drafted, the team that picks you, and their ability to utilize you, and that's really what it comes down to.
Speaking of where he might get drafted, where do you think he's going to land?
Yeah, I think the Combine hurts him a little bit because now you're seeing more teams take a little bit more stock in the Combine with the athleticism. So I think he's going to fall outside of the top 20. I think he's going to end up in that 25 to 32 range. I think he'll still be a first-round pick, but as you mentioned in other videos, I think this is one of the guys that we could look at the end of the first round or day one and say, how's this guy still here? And could end up being one of those guys taken early in the second round.
And and this is a guy I have a first-round grade on, but I think he's going to land in the second round. But in the end, it's just going to depend on how is he going to play as a football player. And like you said, I think he'll be a talent.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to go on our website, mysportsstop.com, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more original videos.